always love that it announces that to us. Okay, guys, I hope y'all have had a good Monday. So we had our book club last night, and it made me feel like it was Monday because we always do these calls. And so all day today, I was thinking it was Tuesday, and it has been driving me insane. So I have a feeling it's probably going to throw off my entire week, right? Because once our days are off, they're just off. But I'll get it straight. But I'm happy you guys are here, or I know some are catching the recording. I'm happy you're able to watch the recording. So I want to do a few quick housekeeping notes before we kind of dig into what I want to talk about tonight. So first is tomorrow night is the Jules favorite theme party. Okay, so if you have not been added to this and you need to be added to this, let me know. Shoot me a private message in Messenger. If you put it in the chat here, I may miss it. So let me know. Also add any of your people that were commission qualified last month or are already commission qualified so far this month. And if you add them to the group, if you can also just shoot me a message with their list of names, because I have to go approve them and I don't always see every name that gets in that member's request. So just shoot me a list of the names and I'll make sure that they get approved. So if you've never been to one of these before, they're a lot of fun. Okay, so all the jewels on our Greater Diamond team. So my cousin Heather is like our Mama Diamond, and then she's got a bunch of jewels under her. So all of the jewels on this Greater team are going to be going live. It's in a Facebook group, and we're all going to be going live for about 2 to 3 minutes and offering a business tip. So just sharing something that's helped us move forward in our business, and then giving away our favorite things. Okay, so little gifts that we're gonna be giving away. And Rena and I are both gonna be participating and representing our team. And I'm gonna be giving away 2 of my favorite little beanies. And I was gonna model it for you guys tonight, but we are still in the 80s this week in Central Texas. So I have not pulled out my winter gear yet. It's getting a little ridiculous that it's almost Christmas and we're still in the 80s. We'll be 85 on Friday. So, but it's super cute. So lots of fun things are going to be given away. Now it starts at 8 p.m. Central Time, and you do have to be on the event when it's happening in order to be eligible for the prizes. So each video that, each time a jewel goes live, they're going to be asking a question at the end of it. And then you answer that question in the comments, and we're going to be picking from, picking the winners from those comments at, I think, like 9 or 9:15. Okay, so you do have to be in there. So if you need, I think I've added most everybody, but if you need me to send you the direct link to the group so you can find it, just let me know, okay? Okay, Wednesday. So Wednesday, we are starting our Why Plexus, Why Now series. Okay, so I know this is the same name as the corporate opportunity events they do, but this is something different. So I will be going live in the Health and Happiness group at 7 p.m. Central Time on Wednesday. And this week, I'm really talking about why these products are different and why they're helping so many people. So y'all know I'm nerdy and I love the science behind things, and I like to know why things are working in my body. That was a big thing that built my belief and got me sharing when I first started this. I know some people, Rena, she's like, I never want to know the details. I'll just ask you if I have a question, right? So that's fine. Some people that doesn't drive them, but then there's people who do like to know. So for me, the favorite part of this business is like getting back to the science. Like the busy work, it's fun and all, but I love the research and the science. So as of now, this is going to be a 14-part series, and Kelly is helping me, Kelly Boyle. She can't make it to these Monday night calls because she has a church obligation, but she's going to help me lead this series. And each week we're going to be highlighting a different health condition. Okay. So you really want to make sure your potentials are in this group before Wednesday so that they don't miss it. And Tara's here tonight. I was just talking to Tara about this earlier. I use this group, y'all. I talk about it all the time. There's something we do. It's an acronym. It's called ATM. This is one of the most powerful tools that you can use in your business. and it just stands for add tag message. So one of the big things that paralyzes us is feeling like we have to have all the answers, and we don't. Okay, the answers are in that group. If somebody asks you a question, instead of feeling like you have to say all the perfect words, you can say, hey, I'm going to go tag you in something that explains it. They're in that group. So as soon as I start a conversation with somebody about these products, I am super fast getting them in that group. I add them to it. I send them a message and say, hey, here's the link. I just added you. Go ahead and accept it, right? Because they have to accept it or they're not going to see the things. I tag them in information that applies to them. So if I know they have diabetes, you know I'm researching diabetes. And that's what I'm going to be tagging them in. If I know they struggle with headaches, I'm going to be searching migraines, headaches, and I'm going to be tagging them in that information. Okay, so that's the T for the ATM. And then I message them. I reach back out to them. I don't just tag them and then pray that they're going to get back to me. Okay, I reach out to them. I message them and I say, hey, I just tagged you in a few things. Go read them. I'd love to get your thoughts on it. I'd love to talk about it after you have a chance to see that. All right, so ATM, get your people in this group. We are starting the Why Plexus Why Now series this Wednesday. Thursday, okay, hopefully you're writing all this down. You're getting the whole calendar, but if you need me to text it to you, I can. I have it written out as well. Thursday, we are doing our 15-minute messenger event. Okay, we haven't done it the last few weeks, but I really want to get back to this because we have had a lot of success with these. I am doing a different format this week that I'm actually really excited about. So make sure to invite your potentials to this. If you have no clue what this event is, maybe you're kind of newer to this and you haven't plugged into one, let me know. Okay, jot a little note for yourself. Let me know. I'm going to explain it to you. I can add you to a past one so you can see it. I'll share with you how I invite people to the event. And then the most important thing is your follow-up, how you follow up with people after the event. The event is a great way to get a lot of information in front of them without like a huge time commitment on their part, but it's the follow-up afterward that makes the difference, okay? Which is where I can also help support you in that and show you how I do that. One thing I'm doing a little bit different this time is I am going to give a $10 incentive code to any of your guests that join, like that attend the event and then decide to order within 48 hours of the event. And this can be stacked on top of SAM 2020. So SAM 2020 will give them 10% off, and then you can also stack the $10 off coupon on top of that, okay? And then last thing is book club. Okay, so this Sunday, this upcoming Sunday, we have our second book club. So we had our first one last night and I loved it. It is on 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. It's a great book. And last night we were really able to just start digging into the topic of leadership. And this next week, we're going to be covering chapters 3 and 4 because we did 1 and 2 last week. I put the recording in the post on the team page about the book club. If you missed last night, you can go catch it there. If you don't have the book, you don't have to have the book, okay? It's amazing. If you can get it, I recommend it, but you will still get a lot of value out of joining, even if you haven't read it. So don't let that be an excuse to hold you back, okay? So that's everything coming up this week. That's a semi-fast recap, okay? So let me know if you guys have questions about it. Tonight, I really want to talk about something that has been on my mind a lot lately, okay? But first, I have a question for you guys, okay? And if you are newer to this, this may not apply to you quite as much, but it's still good for you to think on because you're going to run into this, okay? But those of you that have been working your business for a while, I want you to think on this. Who here has, on the first of the month, had that moment where you feel super optimistic and you're super motivated and you're thinking about your goals for the month and you know this is the time you're going to make those goals happen? Okay? Who has done that before? I know quite a few of us have, right? And then who has experienced the end of the month where you kind of look back and you're a little bit frustrated and a little bit disappointed because those goals that you set didn't really happen. And not only that, but you maybe looked back and realized your business may have gone backwards a little bit. Okay, Jared's like, yep, right? Okay, so this is what I want to talk about tonight, because this business can be a roller coaster. If y'all saw the graphic I made for this call tonight, you saw a roller coaster, right? Those that have been doing this for a while, you probably understand this a little bit better, but as amazing and rewarding and fulfilling as this business can be, oftentimes you feel like you're on a roller coaster. And you can be on cloud 9 one moment because you feel excited and you feel motivated. And then like an hour later, you're doubting everything, and you're doubting your ability and your belief and all the things, right? Everything about yourself you're doubting, okay? You can have people join you and you're thrilled, right? You're so excited. You feel like you have accomplished something huge and you think, I can do this. But then the next moment somebody messages you and they want to cancel their order. Or maybe you are finally brave and put a post out there and then somebody comments negatively. Okay. Has anyone run into having someone say that they're going to order and you send them all of the steps and you're like, yes, they're going to order. And then they don't do it and they start ignoring your messages and you get frustrated, right? Okay, or you make your plan at the beginning of that month, at day one, when your goals are like, woohoo, I can do this. And you make your plan and you're ready. You're like, I'm going to go inspire one of my people to do this business with me. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get a business builder. And then the conversation does not go the way that you hoped it would go, or maybe you don't even get up the nerve to start the conversation with them. Okay, I get it, because I know this can be a roller coaster. I've been on it for 8 years. Okay, it can be a roller coaster of emotions that are good and that are amazing and that are maybe not so fun. But tonight, I really want to talk about how you can get off the roller coaster. Okay, because if you're on it and if you're choosing to ride it and choosing to let how you feel determine what you do, then you are not going to have the success that you want with this. Every single month, you are going to experience disappointment and frustration because you're not moving closer to your goals, okay? You're going to start every month excited, and then you're going to end up frustrated until you eventually quit on yourself. And I want you guys, I want every single one of you, and even those who couldn't make it here tonight, I want everyone to have success with this. And I want you guys to reach those goals and reach those dreams that you have. And I promise you, you can do it if you can get yourself off the roller coaster. Okay, you will be a better person for it in every single area of your life. So tonight, I want to tell you 3 things that you can do to help get yourself off the roller coaster, okay? And if you're able to, write these down, because I want you to really think about them. So the first one is you have to make a decision to get off. You have to choose to get off, okay? It is a choice. You have to take action, okay? This is the second one. You have to take action regardless of your feelings, if you feel like it. You have to get into activity. And then third, you have to get disciplined. Okay, and I talked to a few people today about discipline. It's important. Okay, so first, you have to make a decision. Okay, you have to make a decision on if you are going to ride your emotions up and down or not, because you are the only one that can make this choice for yourself. Hard times in all of life come. Okay, it's not just business. And if you are someone that is reactive instead of proactive in situations, you are always going to be responding to the things that are happening to you. Okay, so you can wait for life to shape you in whatever manner it chooses, or you can shape yourself to make life whatever you choose. Okay, so I'm going to say that again because it's like a mind twister, right? So you can wait for life to shape you in whatever manner it chooses, or you can shape yourself to make life what you choose. So we get to decide what kind of people we are. Okay, we get to decide what it is that we allow to rule up here. And it starts with how you feel about yourself and what you believe to be true, and the thoughts that you allow to take root in your mind, and then the actions that are the results because of that. And for some of us, this is harder than others because our mind seems to be controlled by this like horrible little minion that's running around up there, and it's just trying to destroy our chances of success. Okay, I've got one of those little nasty minions too. And he's always trying to take residence in my mind and in my heart. But when the negative thoughts come my way, like I literally have to now catch myself and say, that is not true. And then I look for evidence of the good things that I have done as proof to myself that I can create good things. I can create good things in my business and with my family and with my relationships. So you have to decide if you're going to stop letting your emotions and your thoughts control your actions. And the best way that I have found to do this is really by digging into self-development. And for a long time, I would hear those words, self-development, and I was like, that's just really corny. Like, it just sounded corny to me. And I had to learn the hard way. Like, I now start every single morning with some kind of motivational call or podcast or book. I need something to align my thoughts at the beginning of the day, even if it's like 10 minutes, 5 minutes, okay? And this is something that took me 7 years to finally take seriously. This year is literally the first year in my business that I realized that when successful people say you need to work on personal growth, they mean it. Okay, I've always told myself I don't have time, or nonfiction books are boring, right? I love fiction. I could read 10 books a month in fiction, but nonfiction, I'm like, oh, okay. So those were all the things that I kept telling myself, but we have to make time. We have to prioritize it, because you and your family and your friends and your team will all be better for it. And it is the first step to getting yourself off of the roller coaster that this can be. And it's the first step to helping you make that decision. Okay. The next thing is getting into action. Okay. Activity of every kind cures the funk. Okay. It gets you motivated. Motivation, it's an inside job. I cannot motivate you. Your sideline sister cannot motivate you. Your upline cannot motivate you. Okay. We can inspire you. We can encourage you. We can train you, but we cannot motivate you, because motivation is an inside job. Okay. It comes from within. And if you wait until you're motivated to get into action, I promise you, you will never get into action, and then you will never be motivated. Okay. It's a vicious cycle that happens. Action has to come first. So if you can sit down and do something, anything, okay, anything for your business, within 10 minutes, you will start feeling that motivation creep in. Okay. When you are sitting and doing nothing, it gives you time to stress and to worry and to fear and to doubt. So getting into activity in your business is what cures that. You just have to ask yourself, like, what is one simple task that I can do and I can accomplish 100% right now? And then finish it and feel accomplished and pat yourself on the back. Okay, because inactivity, it does not get you anywhere. And sorry, my throat. My whole family is sick and I'm fighting it off. I am determined to not let it win. Mind over matter, right? Okay. But ideas of things you can do, you know, maybe it's time to be brave and reach out to 3 people, even though reaching out has been a big fear of yours. Ask for help. Ask for examples of how to start those conversations. Or maybe it's putting a personal post out there on Facebook. I know that's a huge fear for a lot of people. Okay, if you don't know what to say, go look at our posts. Go look at my posts. You are welcome to use any of them. If you go to the team page and at the top it says topics, in there you're going to see a 45 days of posting series. We have tons of examples there of things that you can share. Okay. Maybe you have some people that you've talked to that are still thinking on this, and you need to offer them a sample to try. That's an activity that you could do. Okay, or maybe take advantage of one of our events coming up this week and invite somebody to it. If you don't know how, just ask. Okay, so there's so many things you could do. Whatever it is, just do something. Get your mind off the negative and the doubts and the fears and into activity. Okay, because when you're working hard, you have zero time left and zero brain space left for drama and negativity. Okay, and then the last thing is get disciplined. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. So you can have huge goals for yourself, but if you do not have the discipline to back up the activity that needs to be done to make them happen, you're not going to accomplish much. Okay. Self-discipline, it means that you're establishing an authority over your own habits, your routines, and your priorities, and you're not being under their control. So you control them, they don't control you. And Abraham Lincoln had a quote I loved. It said, discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. So right now, you may want to watch that Netflix show or take a bubble bath or read a book, right? We all have the things that we want right now to do because it's been a long day and it's been an exhausting day. But do you want those more than you want financial peace for your family? Do you want those more than you want your friends and family to gain control over their health? Do you want those more than you want to see the people on your team have success and reach their goals because they have you on their side? Do you want them more than your dreams? So most people choose what they want right now to the detriment of what they really want in life. We are a microwave society. Okay, we want instant gratification. We want the quickest path to everything in our life. But there is no quick path to personal growth. It takes discipline and it takes showing up every single day. It takes setting your work hours. When are you going to work this? And then sticking to them, right? And it takes doing an activity every day, okay? The activity that you know that you need to do and you just keep procrastinating on doing, right? How many people have told themselves, okay, I know I need to do this, but I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow something else comes up and then it's tomorrow again, right? Do you want to know the secret to what activity grows your business? It's really simple, okay? Share your story, share your love for these products, and then talk to people about it. That's really it, okay? Share your story, talk to people about it. Follow up if they're not ready the very first time that you talk to them. And then if they are ready to start, make sure you know that you know how to help them take their products. We want them to love their products if they start on it. And then also make sure that they know that they have a referral link and what that means. Okay, it's really simple. We overthink everything and we feel like we have to have the perfect words before we can share with somebody, or we have to do exactly what another person's doing or we're not going to have their success. So we wait and we wait and we wait until we feel like we've created this perfect situation when the perfect situation never comes. Okay. You know, I can teach you guys how to reach out and how to follow up, but if you are not speaking from your heart, or if you are speaking from your heart, I'm going to totally butcher this, but if you're speaking from your heart, you cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. Okay, if you're truly thinking about why you want that person to take a chance on this and you're speaking from your heart, it still may not be their time, right? They may not just say, yes, I want it, right? But you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. It's starting that connection with them and that conversation with them that you can then follow up on later. So stop overthinking this, okay? We know we have to get into action to create that motivation within ourselves. And once you do that, the motivation will get you going, but the discipline is what keeps you growing. So we either suffer the pain of discipline or we suffer the pain of regret. And the beautiful thing in all of this is that you can make the choice and you can get into activity and get disciplined with that activity. And if you do that, you will no longer be riding the roller coaster. Okay, you're no longer going to be letting the negative things and that inner voice tell you who you are, because you are a child of God. Okay, He has a purpose for you. He brought you here for a reason. And are you going to allow Him to bring that to fruition? Or are you going to let you be the reason that you're held back from the good things that He has in store for you? That's something I think on every single day. What does He have in store for me? And am I allowing that to happen? Okay. And for those of you, I know we have some that are newer on here. And I want you to know that this business is amazing. Okay. You are going to learn so much about yourself if you're willing. Okay. There's a quote I've heard since the beginning. It said, network marketing is personal growth with a compensation plan. And it's true. It really is. I am not the same person that I was 8 years ago or a year ago or even a month ago. Okay. And I'm thankful for it. But it's only after you step outside of your comfort zone and push yourself to do the hard things that that change and that transformation and that growing actually begins to happen. So you have to ask yourself, are you willing to do it? Are you willing to do those? Okay. So if you really want to be brave, you can put in the comments if you're willing to do that. Okay. Because guys, if you can do this, if you can actually make that choice for yourself and get into activity and get disciplined with that, I promise you 90 days from now, your business will not be in the same place that it is right now. I can guarantee you. Okay, but it's up to you. Okay, so that's my preaching tonight. Okay. One thing I also want to hear from y'all tonight is I put on the team page today a poll. And in that poll, I asked what areas that you guys feel like you could use extra training. Okay. As much as I fight it and I literally feel like I want to vomit before I get on these training calls because I hate public speaking, I also love it. This is one of my favorite things to do, is to be able to help give people the tools that they need to get back past whatever hurdle is holding them back in their business. So you guys can drop it in the comments here, or you can go vote on that poll. But ideas of things that I could teach on is how to reach out to people or how to follow up without being annoying. Like, what are different examples of how you can follow up with somebody? How to handle objections. Like, if somebody tells you that these products cost too much, do you know how you respond to that? Okay. I know some people struggle with what to put out on social media and how to not be salesy, how to share versus sell. So I could train on that. How to bring up the business with people. Okay. So if you can put some things in the comments, I'm going to jot it down really quick because I'm kind of compiling some ideas, and I would love to start just kind of a regular thing to let you guys plug into that's training on these topics. And I'll probably do it on the team page so that you also have a place you can plug your people into it. Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording and then I'll jot these